I'm all about Halloween cups and
I
help
mean,
in
you're
August.
that person. Okay, you're that person.
Mhm.
Like I'm all about Halloween, right? But like I'm like, give me till like the end of September or mid-September to like
No.
put my brain on for that. Because I mean, you can tell I'm like a summer girl. I'm like, give me all the sun and beach weather and
Yeah,
like I'm like, okay, the cool is fine because now I can like wear my baggy like sweaters, but I'm like, just let
I
me have summer.
I like fall and winter are my favorite. So, I mean, I hate driving in the snow, but whatever. Um, but yeah, I live for winter, dark days. We here 4 o'clock in the winter it gets
Oh.
dark. Yeah, I
Well, you
know.
know what? It's not too far. We're not too far from that because
Yeah,
we do. Do you guys do time change there?
yeah,
Okay, so yeah, so same here. When we do time change, which I hate, like right now I get out of work and it's still sunny and light outside. But
yeah,
then once time change hits, it's dark and gloomy, and I'm like, this feels weird. This feels
yeah.
awkward. Like this doesn't feel right.
Oh, I
But I
love
can kind
it.
of understand how it's easier for you to switch your brain to like fall, winter because it's already cooling down for you guys.
Oh yeah.
Whereas here, it's still in like the 90s. It's still hot.
Yeah, I mean, it might get warm for a couple weeks or so, maybe a week or so into September, but then we're in mid-teens. I don't know what that is there. I can't do conversion, girl.
Oh, because you guys are Celsius.
Yeah, you guys are.
I don't know. Yeah. Why people still lift weights in kilos, I don't know. Like, I'm like,
Yeah,
why do the math?
right,
This is
right.
too hard. I'm like, it's hard enough for me to put math, like to math my plates. I'm like, 45 plus 35 plus
Yeah.
35 plus the bar is 45. I'm like, no, open the
Keep it simple.
calculator. I know I'm Asian, but I suck at math. This is why I wasn't
Well,
an accountant. This is why I wasn't a nurse because I don't want to have to calculate medications.
you're not that Asian, okay? Same here. I'm not. I'm not good at math. And
I'm
I'm
like,
Indian.
I know my husband's like, for real? Because he's like, what's this? I'm like, hold please. I'll take off the 5 out of 10, add the 5 back.
Yeah,
25.
right.
I'm like,
Yet,
that's why there's calculators.
exactly. Yet another reason why we're meant to be, Carmi.
That part.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All
So
right.
let's dive in.
Okay.
Is this
Well,
11?
9,
11.
girl.
No, no,
Episodes. Yeah.
no.
Oh, are we 11?
I think it's 11. I swear we did 10 the other day, but
Me
we
too.
won't number it. It's not a big deal. We'll just
Whatever.
I'll intro it with our with our
Yeah.
name.
You
All
just.
right.
I can cut this part out. Okay.
I'm all end scene.
I know,
Ready to
right?
start a scene. Start scene. All right.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to our podcast, Breaking the Cycle, Redefining Weight Loss, Health, and Mom Life.
Woohoo.
The first episode where we introed our name. Woo woo.
Yeah.
Yes. We're like on a high right now. We just released the episode 1 to you guys. So for those of you that listened to it, thank you so much. For those of you who gave feedback, thank you so much. We appreciate all the love. We've
Yes.
put a lot of work and time and energy into this, and we hope that you guys love it as much as we do. And even if you don't, we still love it. There's no love lost there.
Yeah. We're just gonna keep doing our thing.
We're just going to keep doing what we want to do. You know what I'm saying? I
That girl.
digress.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, we are proud of what we're doing.
Yes, we
So you
are.
can choose to hop on the train or not,
Mm-hmm.
but we're still rooting and rah-rahing for each other. So there's that part.
Exactly, exactly. So, what are we discussing today, Carmi? What
So
we?
today we are here to talk about supplements, and we're not going to get too sciencey about it because that's not our forte.
Yep.
We're going to stay in our lane. Now, if there is somebody that you want to follow as a good source that's science-based, evidence-based, that's going to be Dr. Alan Bacon. He's always posting question boxes. So if there's like some in-depth questions that you have, in-depth questions that you have, for some supplements, he is a wonderful resource. So head on over that way. We're going to basically talk about mainly, there's a lot of noise out there. There's a lot
Yep.
of influence out there that are making you feel like there's a necessity for you to take certain supplements. I know for a fact that Dal doesn't really take any. I
Yeah.
take a handful of them, but again, it's always going to boil down to what you need and your preferences. And need is a very that's a very blanket statement because you think you may need it, but you may not need it. So
Right.
again, we are not medical professionals. So this is going to be just our opinion to maybe help you drown out the noise. And also supplements. Supplementation is meant to be there to help fill in the gaps where you're missing things with your health and wellness and your nutrition. So, the best place to start is to make sure that you are focusing on your nutrition, focusing on your exercise, whether it's walking in the gym, whatever it is. And then you go ahead and start addressing the supplements.
Yeah.
So,
So, yeah, it's all about the basics.
it really is. It really is. And I
And
think part of the problem is that people want to find that missing piece through
right.
supplementation, but really the missing piece is those basics. And you're just throwing money down the drain for some of these things that are not really necessary. Are they going to hurt? Maybe not. But are you wasting your money? Probably, just in my
Yeah.
personal opinion.
Yeah, I think if we're, if you're coming at it from the perspective of, and I know that I've been there and I've fallen prey to all of that type of marketing, and I'm sure you have too, Carmi.
Mhm,
Yeah. And so, we've all been there. And if we're coming from a place where we're kind of looking at it like, okay, well, this is that next thing, like this
mhm,
is going to help me or propel me forward. And this is, if I take this supplement, it's the thing that's going to, finally help me lose weight.
mhm.
mm, that's that's not the answer. Like,
Right.
like Carmi said, the supplements, and depending on what it is that you're looking at, they really are there to just supplement, where there may be a deficiency in your diet. But other than that, it's like, if you're looking at, again, if you're looking at it as if it's gonna be that next best thing, it's not. Like, we just want to really reinforce that,
Mhm,
and why we want to talk about this today. It's like,
mhm,
it's just so easy to fall prey to that. And it's this, all this marketing, what it is, you know, they're feeding off of your vulnerabilities.
mhm. They're feeding
And
off your pain points and they're
yeah,
trying
and
to create this narrative that you have a problem that probably doesn't exist.
yeah, and I know for me, so we love, this podcast is all about us discussing and talking about our personal experiences, so that you as a listener can really resonate, and understand that you're not alone. We've been there, done that, still, right? We're still growing, we're still learning. And, I remember a time too when I was falling for that too. And even today, like, I will see some things and it'll be like, do I need that? Should I be
Yeah.
taking that, to
Mhm,
optimize? And, while there might be a reason that I should, for example, let's talk about creatine, right? Like, should
mhm,
I? Yeah, I could. I mean, are there tons of benefits now? Studies are coming out, we see
mhm.
this, about brain health and, of
Cognitive
course,
function. Yeah.
cognition function and all of that. And do I look at that and say, okay, maybe I want to take that? Sure. Right. Like, I can see why that is something that I would actually consider taking today, but not
Mhm.
because it's going to give me bigger muscles.
Yeah.
Right. Because
Yes. No,
that's a
it's
myth.
true. Yes, because I take creatine. I take creatine on a daily
Yeah.
basis, but my muscles didn't come from the creatine. My muscles
Mm-mm.
came from training like a bodybuilder. Now,
Right.
does it help? Does it give me more benefits because I am
For
training
sure.
like that? Yes. But it also has other overall benefits like you said, is like the cognitive function. But to that point, ladies, we get preyed on a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
We get told that like we need like this whole separate like aisle of like pink labeled stuff.
Right.
You don't need, if you choose to want to start taking creatine. Now, also too, let me asterisk this.
Air quotes.
Anything that you want to start taking, you might want to um, speak to your doctor or your healthcare professional
Yeah.
first, because there will be some what's the word I'm looking for, adversities or contraindications
Right.
to certain things. So creatine doesn't have a lot of contraindications, but I do believe if you already have high blood pressure, you shouldn't take it. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, Dal, but I do believe that is one of the contraindications. So please make sure that anything that you're taking or that you are interested in taking, talk to your doctor first to make
100%.
sure,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
even certain vitamins, there will be certain vitamins that are contraindicated with some of your medications. So just have that conversation first.
Right.
Or again, go to the source that we told you about at the beginning and see, because he's a doctor also, maybe he can give you some insight on that. But you don't need the sheatine. Going back to what my original point was, there's
The
a
pink
whole thing
label.
now. There is a whole thing now where people are saying that women need sheatine because of the bloat. Do some people bloat on creatine? Yes. But as long as you're eating well, you're walking, you're drinking plenty of water, you can counteract that. It's not like it's not uncomfortable bloat, guys. Okay. You bloat from anything. You eat more of like salty foods and fast foods, you're bloating. It's not a big deal. It's not that deep.
Right.
So
And you're
you
gonna.
don't need the sheatine. It's just the simple creatine monohydrate that you get on Amazon. That's if it's insanely priced, overpriced, that ain't it. Just go get the creatine monohydrate. That's all you
Yeah.
need.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, there's other supplements as well. Like, I don't. I mean, Carmi? Do you recommend any specific ones to your clients, or like? I mean, for example, omega 3 fish oils.
So
That
I don't necessarily
I
recommend
don't
anything.
either. Yeah.
I think when it comes to fish oils, multivitamins, and stuff like that, that's a personal preference. Now, if I
Right.
don't think that my clients are getting, a bunch of the micronutrients that they need from their food, maybe we'll talk about like a multivitamin. Um, I just barely started taking a fish oil just because I'm like, well, let's just throw it in there.
Right.
And again, that's just my preference. Is there a necessity for it? Maybe not, but I mean, I don't have any reason why not to take it. But for me personally, I will never just out the gate recommend any type of supplementation. If I know that my clients are having a hard time getting in protein, that's when we'll start
Yeah.
discussing supplementation by way of like whey protein, protein bars, things like that. Just when it's going to help them basically overcome that hurdle. Now, I am sponsored by a supplement company, so full transparency. So I do have a link, a sponsored link where I earn commissions from First Form, but
Yeah.
I don't automatically just tell people, buy
No.
this, you need this. The only real things that I'm really recommending off there is their whey protein, the protein bars, and then their meat sticks, because their meat sticks are crazy. They're 20 grams of protein per meat stick
Wow.
in one meat stick. And the chomps, like you can go get the chomps, but you have to eat two of them to get to almost 20 grams of protein. So that's why I love that.
Right.
But no, we
Yeah.
never even have that conversation until we actually start doing some work.
Yeah. Same here. Yeah. I don't like even protein powders. I find that is one thing that I do recommend a lot to supplement with,
Hmm.
because sometimes for some women, especially if you're vegetarian, it is more difficult,
Hmm.
or vegan, to get that protein in. And protein powder is going to be your best supplement.
Yeah,
Like, I
and
mean,
it's going
come
to be
on.
the easiest
Easiest.
thing.
Yeah.
It's the lowest hanging fruit when it comes to supplementation.
Right. Right. And, it's one thing that both Carmi and and I'm speaking for Carmi, but we really have lived it, learned it, and really understand that it is the basics. Like, do the lifestyle basics first. Like, don't
Hmm.
jump to these marketing. I don't know. Some of them are scams. They're
Let's
to
get
buy.
into it. Let's
Yeah.
talk about it. Let's
Yeah.
get into it.
Yeah, it's like Carmi just said, like, full transparency. This is what I, endorse, but I love it. I use it myself. Cool,
Hmm.
right? But then you do have these fitfluencers that we talk about,
Hmm.
and they are pushing certain products, and their
Hmm.
messaging is based on, hey, you do this and you'll get that result that you want, and that's entirely not true.
Yeah.
Like, and we fall prey to that, and I don't blame you, because I've been there, done that.
Hmm.
And a part of it might be that it's because doing the basics doesn't seem, maybe in your mind, because of what you've been used to, the ingrained beliefs, what you've heard, diet culture, whatever it is, maybe in your mind it's like, well, no, how can that work?
Yeah,
Maybe it
it's too
is.
good to be true.
Yeah. And maybe you're constantly thinking, no, there's got to be something. There's so,
Hmm.
and how can you not, when that is all you see and hear? Use this. Here's this person saying, hey, try my product. Hey, come over
Hmm.
here. This is what's making you fat. And lo and behold, here's a product that's going to help you lose the
Hmm.
weight and get to where and
Hmm.
it's just feeding off our insecurities.
Hmm.
And maybe the first step is just having some self-awareness. And again, if you're listening to this podcast, you probably are, already kind of looking at the lifestyle changes and the
Hmm.
basics. But it's for those people where, even where I was at one point, where had I not, met my coach and then got immersed in this community and started learning about nutrition and all of that, I still would have been falling and in that kind of hamster wheel of Weight Watchers and just constantly trying to find that next thing that was really going to make it stick.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah. I mean, so if you're looking at a product thinking this is going to be the thing that helps, you got to take a step back and question it. You got to ask yourself, why do I think that this is the thing? Because if you're telling yourself that this is the thing, it's probably not the thing. So put your credit card back in your wallet.
right.
Because at the end of the day, you have to understand that these fitfluencers, they're paid. I am paid to sell you a product. They are paid to sell you a product. But if they're telling you or creating a problem for you to buy this product, understand that they don't mean well. And this is not to shit on them. They're trying to do for them. They're trying to make a dollar.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hate on their hustle, but at the end of the day, understand that you may think they have your best interest at heart, but they do not. And that's why I was very transparent telling you guys that I am affiliated with a company. I am sponsored by a company, but I never sit here and push a product. I will recommend a product, but it's a product that I use.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to use my company. There's other products that you can use. So for example, greens.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Greens annoy the shit out of me. My company sells
Yeah.
greens
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, they're a supplement company. They need to make money too, right? So they're going
Yeah.
to put options out there. So there are a whole laundry list of things that my company sells that I don't recommend to clients. I
Right.
don't think it's worth it. And greens is one of them. I'm sorry. If I lose my sponsorship, I lose my sponsorship. I don't really care. It's not that deep for me because at the end of the day, I want to be heart centered and I want to guide you guys from a place of integrity and honesty.
Well,
Greens ain't it. You don't need it.
you believe in their product. I mean, that's what matters
I
most,
do.
right? And the quality and all of that. And so if there are certain products that you use yourself, enjoy, that's what you're going to endorse, right? That's
Yeah,
what you're going to.
absolutely.
Yeah. And and it's the messaging. What is the messaging? If the
Yeah.
messaging is wrapped up in, you have a problem here, hey, I can solve it, go to my website and buy this supplement.
Use my code or click my link. Yeah,
That's
no.
that kind of, that what we're talking about, like.
That's what you have to be aware about because the
Yeah.
greens, eat your fruits and veggies, guys.
Yeah.
I know you've heard it, but we're all grown adults here. Like, I'm sure you can find a handful of fruits and veggies that you like and eat them. I'm not saying eat the entire rainbow like some people are, because I know that's hard for some people because you have taste preferences and texture preferences. I get that. But find some combination that you can put in your toolbox that you can utilize for yourself. The greens are essentially, I mean, honestly, people want to talk about processed foods, but greens is processed. So you can't sit
Mhm.
here and harp about processed foods when you're promoting greens.
Yeah.
That was
And
processed.
it's expensive as heck. Like,
Yes.
shit, you guys, spending thousands of dollars on these things that
Hmm.
actually don't move the needle, unless
Yeah.
you're doing the lifestyle changes and the basics. And
But let's be
so
honest, if you're doing the lifestyle changes and the basics, are you going to need greens? Probably not. Are you going to need happy juice for your cortisol? Probably not. Are you going
talk
to need
about that one.
Okay, so like yeah, let's
Let's
talk
talk
about
about
happy
that
juice.
one.
Let's talk about cortisol phase. I'm sure you guys
Oh
have
my
heard of
gosh.
it,
Yeah.
right? So cortisol spiking is normal.
Yep.
It's absolutely normal. After a rigorous exercise training session, your cortisol will jump. If you're scared, your cortisol will jump. If you're stressed, your cortisol will jump. But it's all about how you manage it, right?
Yeah.
Like these people are creating a problem around cortisol spikes that doesn't exist because it's going to naturally happen.
Right.
But if you're constantly in fight or flight, is that a problem? Yes. We're going to have to sit here and audit your life and audit like what's going on.
Well, that's a
But
different type of stress that we're talking about, right? Like that
yes.
is, yeah. I mean, what we're referring to here is just the stress on the body, your everyday things when you lift weights and just generally speaking. But that is what the marketing is honing in on
Yeah, like your
again.
face is puffy and your tummy is puffy because you have high cortisol. Well, how do you know? Did you go get it tested?
Right. Right. And maybe it's time to look at like, well, what are you doing? Like, what's your audit your day, your daily life? What does it look like?
Mm-hmm.
If you're drinking a glass of, or a bottle of wine every night, I know, guys, I know. Like when I drink, like my face dries out. I am more prone to acne. It's just it has those adverse effects, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it
Yeah.
does. It looks puffy and it doesn't look great the next day. But that's because of the alcohol
Mm-hmm. Or the
not
food you ate.
or not sleeping because of the
Or
alcohol. Because when I drink, I sleep a max of a few hours and then that's it. And then
mm-hmm.
I am just tossing and turning all night and then maybe I'll get a couple hours of sleep. But I know that. I know the consequences of, how alcohol affects me. Hence why it doesn't happen on a regular
Mm-hmm.
basis.
Yeah.
Um I mean, it depends, right? Vacation, like but for now, like what my lifestyle looks like now, I can go months without drinking.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
I can see the impact that it has. So let's just take a step back and look at what our daily life looks like and what are we doing? Are we drinking lots? Are we, getting outside, getting fresh air? Are we moving? Are you drinking water? Because
Yeah.
trust me, I have clients that started off
And
drinking
bean
like
juice doesn't
eight
count as water.
girl, eight ounces of water. That's it. That was what they
Yeah.
were drinking, right?
That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. I do that in one sitting.
I know,
Because
I
when you think of
know.
8 ounces is like this
That's
much.
it all day. Yeah. Sometimes it's like not even just a few sips. And again, like these are the things that we should be paying more close attention
Mm-hmm.
to, but especially like it is tight when it comes to finances these days, I think, for a
Yeah.
lot of people, right? And
Yeah.
so why are we allocating, that hard earned money to things that aren't actually really going to put a dent in anything,
Yeah. Because
right?
the adrenal cocktails and the cortisol cocktails, they're not going to do anything other than add more calories to your daily consumption.
Now you're hooped. That's why you're not losing weight.
Well, I mean, because like the people who are drinking, there's a
Yeah.
there's a whole other like MLM company who are like your drinkables, and it was literally just olive oil, and I'm like, why are we drinking
Wow.
olive oil? Saying that it's curing them or making their skin healthy from the inside out. I mean, does olive oil have benefits? Yeah, because the Mediterraneans are all about that.
Yeah,
But you
yeah,
can't
yeah.
sit here and tell me that you trying to glow from the inside out with just your olive oil, but you're not doing the basics. Like make
Yeah.
that make sense, people. You're gonna see a theme here where everything we talk about is gonna go back full circle to, are you doing the basics? Because if you're doing the basics, you can chug a whole Costco size of olive oil, but that shit ain't gonna make you glow, and that's gonna be about a 2,000 calories that you just downed.
Please don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. That's gross. Just straight, like it's all gonna come out like an oil slick
Oh my
on
god.
your
Seriously, next thing you know, people are chugging olive oil. No, 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 no. Don't do that.
Oh my god. But yes,
Slather it on your face. Okay? That's
I
no.
mean, unfortunately, we are just really like people just really want to hit on women hard in the supplement world, because now you've got the drinkables and the cortisol juice and the colostrum for your skin, and then you've got, what else is there, the liver pills, or the,
Oh,
I'm sorry, the beef organ pills.
oh, I
The
haven't seen
beef,
that.
you haven't seen that, the primal queen stuff? Oh God.
Oh, the yellow
I was gonna
glasses?
say, I'm like, your algorithm is way better than mine.
Girl, I just, yeah, I have taken a step back and I'm not on it as much. I
Yeah.
am, but like I just sometimes I just yeah,
Yeah, one of the new
someone else
things.
can deal with that.
Yeah. Well, now I'm starting to hit like not interested or block certain
Yeah.
things. So it like, but because I was once upon a time in the MLM world, so some of that still kind of
Mhm.
filters in from like Beachbody. But it's yeah, it's the Primal Queen like organ pills or
See,
whatever it
that's
is.
a classic example. She is saying this is why you're not losing weight. This is why you have
Hmm.
cortisol face. Oh, look, but this can help. And oh,
Hmm.
look, go to my link.
Yes. So the way that they do it is this is geared towards the perimenopause and menopause
Mm,
community or audience. So it's, are you in perimenopause or menopause and can't lose weight? Okay, I was part of that too. I struggled, I did this, I did XYZ, LMNOP, still couldn't get it together.
mhm.
Then I started taking the Primal Queen pills, and then I lost 15 pounds of belly fat and inflammation. So now here's me today, and this is what you need. But how do you know? Okay, as somebody who is about to go see her doctor next month, who is almost sure that I'm having some kind of like fluctuation and like
Mhm.
decline in some of my hormones due to perimenopause. I still don't know. I think I know because I know my body, because
Mhm.
I've done all the things to try to be as quote unquote optimal as I
Optimize.
can in this point, knowing that there is something going on. But like, I still don't know. I still don't
Right.
know. And so for you women who want to go take those Primal Queen pills because you're like, oh, I'm struggling in perimenopause and menopause and I can't lose weight. And it's that. So now this is going to be the missing piece of the puzzle. It's not, sis. It's not. Because
Right.
are you, take a step back, doing the boring basics? And if the
Yeah.
answer is no, then that's not the answer. And then if the answer is yes, then it's time to go talk to a professional,
Right.
because the professional is going to be the one that needs to run a test on you, um, and see where all your levels are at. You need to see these things. Why are we taking things where we think, air quotes, will help, but you don't even know where the deficiency is or where the decline is? That's the other
Right.
issue.
There's nothing actually like to quantify that. Like you don't
There's
have lab
not.
results. You haven't spoken to your doctor. You have no clue whatsoever. We're just basing that. You're basing it on what's in your head, what you're seeing,
Hmm.
what you're correlating it to, and then just making that assumption and just jumping ahead and doing that
Hmm.
thing without realizing that it could have severe adverse consequences, right?
Hmm.
And it's the
Yeah.
same thing with the hormones, right? Like the marketing towards hormones, that your hormones aren't working or you're broken or whatever the case is. Like, not to say that that's not playing a role, it may be, but just like you said, unless you actually go speak to your doctor or like figure that out,
Hmm.
how do you know? And even if things are going on and you are in perimenopause, you are in menopause, again, it goes back to, have you done the basics? Have
Hmm.
you looked at your lifestyle? Have you made any changes when it comes to that? If you're drinking, not sleeping, well, that's definitely contributing to it.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
and I know from my experience when I started on my journey, like I felt like I had everything stacked up against me, right? In my 40s, female, postpartum, a lack of sleep, all of that, alcohol dependency, everything. And it, I could have easily, I mean, back then, like GLPs, any of that, like that stuff just wasn't in my radar. I had no
Hmm.
idea. It wasn't popular yet, right? Like we're
Yeah.
talking almost 4 years ago. And I could have just said, yeah, like I've been doing this for 20 years. I've been yo-yoing and maybe I need it. And again, I'm totally for it. Like right
Yeah.
now, like if you need it, you need it. Cool, right? But this is to say that I didn't. I had to first make those lifestyle changes, like actually commit to that, give it time and see where that took me.
Yeah.
And really, that's what it was. I mean, besides, like, obviously, the other part of it is doing the internal work and all of that. But when we look at what moved the needle in that sense, on that side of it, it was moving, sleep, trying to get more sleep, managing my stress, my nutrition, and losing the excess fat.
Mm-hmm. And
And
time was what you said, like,
time,
to your
yeah,
point, time. When she said time, we're not talking about a month or 3 months. We're talking about 6 months to a year of
mhm,
really trying to do this. And 6 months is maybe even still too little of a time. Like,
yeah,
me personally, I would recommend doing it for at least a year to
for
see how
sure.
you feel. Because there's a lot of, I mean, can your hormones decline and fluctuate like largely if you're living not the best lifestyle? Yes. But the
Hmm.
beauty of that is if once you start acknowledging it and actually doing your part to feel better, you can reverse a lot of that. We're not saying that hormones are not going to make it harder, but it's not going to make it impossible.
No. And like any type of so-called supplementation, I mean, come on, like we have to do that. We have to make those lifestyle changes
Mm-hmm.
before any of that, really. And
Yeah.
now I can say, okay, like now I'm at this point, I can say, okay, I should be taking this, or I might need this, or I might need that. And like like you're at that point where you're like, okay, maybe I'll implement some fish oils now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I
Cool.
also implement, like, for me personally, I also implement magnesium, glycinate, and citrate.
Yeah.
But that's just me again. That's my preference because one helps with sleep because sometimes I have a hard time turning everything off. And then one helps with regularity because I also, for a very long time before I started working on me and doing this lifestyle, I suffered from regularity at the risk of TMI. Um, and now that's just part of my arsenal. That's just what keeps everything going and keeps
Hmm.
me feeling good. And especially when I travel, for whatever reason, my body gets shy when I travel, so I up
Yeah.
my intake of magnesium.
You get backed up.
Well, now I don't because I have my regimen, but God forbid I get backed up if I'm not releasing like at least once a day, like we got a problem. Like I'm
Yeah.
on the phone like, "Hey." But like that's actually, this is a good point. So, talking about poop and bowel
Yeah.
movements is weird for people, right? It's not weird unless you make it weird, people. Y'all got to be pooping. If you're not
Hmm.
pooping at least once a day, that's a problem. That means
Yeah.
you're not doing what you need to do. You're not eating well, you're not eating enough fiber.
Fiber.
I don't Yeah, fiber is your friend,
Fiber.
guys.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys realize that if you're not pooping, because I, as an X-ray tech, I get people who they come in for what's called a KUB, which is a kidney, ureter, bladder X-ray, or an abdominal X-ray,
Hmm.
because they haven't pooped in 2 weeks.
Mm.
Guys, that's a problem because if your poop is sitting inside you for multiple days, do you understand that that's like waste that your body's trying to release? And
Hmm.
so what happens is when it's sitting in your body reabsorbs the toxins. So when somebody tells you you're toxic, you are toxic because you haven't shit in 2 weeks.
I,
like uh, like I read somewhere that we're actually like a fully optimal
oh my
body
god.
supposed to be going to the bathroom after every single meal. I have
Oh my
not
god.
reached that freaking
Mm-mm.
mountain. I would love that. But I mean, once or twice a day is like optimal, like once a day, cool. But like if you're going days in between and not pooping, you need to go talk to
You
your
gotta check.
doctor
Yeah, you gotta check. Yeah, yeah,
because something's going on and that shouldn't be happening.
yeah, yeah.
So talk
I'm
about your
with
poop. It's
that.
okay. It's okay. Pooping
Okay.
is good.
Well, let for TMI here, but okay. So I am 44. When I was 30, I had to have my gallbladder removed, um, because I had gallbladder stones, but then I had like a stone kind of blocking the pancreas, so I had pancreatitis. So it was like, emergency surgery, you need it.
Hmm.
Anyway, so I had that removed, and anyone that's had their gallbladder removed knows that it can cause like a lot of issues, right? GI distress, whatnot. And um, I was having to, like, I had immense pain, like the type of pain I can't even describe to you. The abdominal, like, it just was like, oh gosh, how can I be so descriptive to
Were
really.
you like always distended? Like were you? It was always
No,
hard.
no,
No.
but no, it was just like sharp shooting pain to the point where I couldn't stand, and was sweating and you have to go to the washroom right away. Like you have to go.
Oh, like
That's how
cramping, like somebody's in there like
cramping.
cramping
Yes.
inside of you. Oh.
Yes. Like, so it felt like what it felt like when I had the gallstones and I used to have my attacks. And so it was horrible. And I dealt with that for 10 years, like, right, for a
Gosh.
decade, to the point where I'd be going to work and on the way there, like, you start profusely sweating because you gotta go. And yeah, it was insane. And I was scared to leave the house in the morning. Like after eating, I'd want to make sure, because as soon as I ate, things kind of went through me. It was horrible. So, anyways, fast forward, start my journey, change my nutrition. And in the last 4 years, I'd say I've had those types of air quotes attacks, like I can count on one hand.
Oh,
That's it.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
awesome. So you
Because
improved your quality of life.
Yeah, because I changed my nutrition. I started focusing on what I was eating. So this just ties this all back. Like I didn't need any type of medication. I didn't need any, like, because it would just mask the symptoms. Like it's not
Yeah.
actually, we're not, you're not curing anything. And what the cure was essentially for me was literally changing my lifestyle around, like really eating more nutrient dense food, more
Hmm.
fiber, all of that. And I can't like emphasize how much better I feel, and struggled for 10 years because I ate like shit. Like I'm
Yeah.
eating fatty foods, fast food, alcohol, and not having a gallbladder, to what is it? Is it the bile? Like I'm not
Yeah.
on top of the scientific stuff of it, but not having that to help process those the
Hmm.
fats and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't help, right? And so yeah, I'm this is just to describe for you guys, like here's a real life example of how, changing one's nutrition and focusing on whole nutrient dense foods can have an immense difference and
Hey, listen, we're
implication
real
on
and
your
raw
life.
around here. It's
Yeah.
cool. It's totally cool. I just talked about my bowel movements. You're talking
I
about that. Like,
know.
we're all friends here. Like, we're all a family now at this point by episode,
Yeah.
whatever number we're on. So,
Yes, exactly, right? So there you go. Like it's just a classic example of how making these lifestyle changes can really, help with some of the symptoms or things that you may be
mhm.
dealing with. And so let's start there,
Yeah.
right? The boring basics. Let's
Yeah.
start
Is there
there.
anything else out there that like is targeting women that you're aware of?
Oh, again, because like I don't, my algorithm and my feed, I'm not really looking at those things. We see the GLP stuff too, and I don't really want to get into that. But again,
No, we want
it's,
to save that
yeah,
for an episode, like a special
yes,
episode.
yes, for the future.
But again,
Um,
like the GLPs though, if you're not like learning like the boring basics, it's not really going to it's going to move the needle forward for like a short period of time, but not for forever.
right.
And just like
Yeah,
hormones, like so going back to the hormones and like hormone replacement, like you made me think about that, and I
right.
forgot. So hormone replacement therapy, that's something that I'm open to. I don't know
Hmm.
about you, but again, I don't know because I don't know where my base levels are in this moment,
Right.
but I am open to entertaining it. But then again, like if you're not mastering those boring basics and you go straight to hormone replacement therapy, it's really not going to do much other than make you um make you more poor. Yeah,
Yeah.
because hormone replacement therapy is not cheap, it's expensive. So like you're really wanting to use it's a tool to
Mhm.
add to your collection, but your main foundation needs to be those basics. So like you don't even need to entertain that stuff.
No, no. And really, this episode is, I think, what we're trying to get at and reinforce here is just start with the lifestyle changes.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, if there's something that you need to supplement with medically or whatever, like you're going to discuss that with your doctor, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
totally understandable. But
Yeah.
when we're generally speaking about like getting caught up um, in this idea of, hey, that's that next thing that
Mm-hmm.
is going to help me or it's going to work, whether it's it's anything, it's even speaking of supplements, like I have seen those little turmeric juice, little vials of I think it's like some sort of turmeric juice and something else, lemon or whatever in there. And it's like, hey, boost your, I can't recall, but
Huh.
just different types of products out there. There's just so many that are always marketing towards you, the
Huh.
viewer, as, hey, like, take this and this will do this for you.
Are
Okay.
they marketing it for inflammation? Because,
I think
like,
so. I think so. It might,
but like
yeah.
inflammation of what? Because
Well,
like
this is
technically
just
it's like
it.
supposed to help you with like inflammation of the joints. But then if it's not even like, is it, if it doesn't even have capsaicin in it, is it capsaicin? The black pepper? No, black pepper. I'm sorry, if it doesn't have black pepper in it, it's not even going to permeate through the like whatever scientific stuff it's supposed to. No, because
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
learned
Yeah.
is that in order for turmeric to be able to be dispersed properly as a quote unquote supplement, it needs to be added with black pepper, because whatever is in the black pepper helps permeate through the soluble
Mm,
somethings.
yeah.
Okay, that's about as
That's
sciencey as
about
I'm
as
going to get for you guys. That's why I didn't continue with med school, guys. Okay, there's a
yeah.
reason. I know my limitations. Okay, but like that's the thing is like what that's people don't know that though, so they're gonna see that and be like, okay, cool. Just like the
Yeah.
whole like the drinks that will put you in quote unquote ketosis. No, they won't. Stop it. You don't
Oh
need
my
that.
gosh.
Don't
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
and you
girl.
know what I learned? You know what I learned too? Because on one of our coaching calls, Aram had brought like this specialist. She's like a bioscientist who works with is it Spoken Nutrition? Is that the nutrition people that were at the summit? Is it
It,
Spoken Nutrition?
I don't recall. I don't
So
recall.
he had brought on one of the people from there, and she was doing like a whole breakdown of supplements, which is
Yeah.
actually pretty cool. Another big thing that people like to take is probiotics.
Oh, yes.
And I
Yes.
found out because, everybody's like, oh, I have gut issues. Let me take probiotics. I actually found out through that call um, that probiotics is actually not a great thing to be taking, because if you have healthy gut flora or unhealthy gut flora, you're
Right.
feeding all of it. So if you already
Mm,
have unhealthy gut issues, you probably don't want to take probiotics. Her
yeah.
recommendation is maybe a prebiotic, but honestly, like you shouldn't even be taking any of that. You should be getting all your shit from your food.
Food? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yogurt. Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So there you go. We just go back to that, like your
hmm
nutrition. Let's focus on that and
Yeah.
see
Start
where,
there.
yeah, see where you're at, and then where you can improve, what you can add.
hmm
We're not talking about subtracting, we're just
Yeah.
talking about
No, what you
adding.
can add to help fill in the quote unquote gaps.
Yeah.
And for
Yeah.
most people, it's really just okay, you're struggling with protein, start with a protein supplement. Boom.
Right. Right. And that's it. Right. And then
Pretty
it's just,
much.
it's I remember someone did, DM me, and they're like, oh, it's my hormones. All of a sudden, like, I have 40 and I have belly fat, and my first question was like, well, what's your lifestyle look like?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm doing all the things and this and that, and okay, cool, but you could be doing all the things, quote unquote, but then on the other hand, like, you're out eating out all the time, you're
hmm
drinking, and so we have to look at everything. We can't just say
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
So,
And be honest about it. Like
and be honest.
I'm not saying that she was being dishonest, but it really takes that self-awareness to really take a step back and be like, oh, I'm doing the things, but what am I doing outside of the things?
Right. Right.
Because it's
Yeah.
very easy to have human error and underreport because you're in the kitchen. I'm guilty of it. I'm in the kitchen making breakfast and I'm starting to grab for things and put it in my mouth because
Yep.
people don't understand those bites, licks, and
It's
tastes
taste.
can easily add up to 400 calories. And you're only supposed to be at 1,500 calories. Now you're at 2,000 and you
Yeah.
don't even know it. You didn't even blink. Y'all saw it. We
Exactly.
talked about it in another episode. Y'all saw all my stories.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
It happens.
blinked. I blinked twice and there was 500 calories down the hatch.
Reese's chocolates.
You're going through it already.
Going through, gone through, gone through.
Maybe that's an episode we need to talk about too. Oh, actually, we have that on our list of things about
Oh, do
foods.
we?
Yeah,
Oh,
we do about food
okay.
and the hole that we have, and we'll talk about like maybe if you
Mm.
just can't control it, then like maybe we just need to not have it as
Yeah,
accessible.
yes, yes, yes. We
Because
will do that.
I can tell you about the red vines. We made a
Mm.
very profound profound pro
Impact.
well, we just came to this like realization, like both me and my husband, we looked at each other. So the big size tubs of red vines. I
Yeah.
brought that home thinking we can make that
Licorice,
last.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Licorice? Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
We thought
yeah.
that would last at least a month. Girl, a
No.
week. A week. A
Wow.
week.
And they're like 90 calories for one or 80 or something
No,
like that?
for 3 is 100 calories.
Oh, okay. Okay, so the
For 3.
oh,
But for
okay.
3, do you know
Mhm.
I can like snarl down 3 with
Yeah, you're
like
just like, yeah.
without even thinking about it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know. I know.
So,
That's
yeah, we went through in a week and my husband goes, "Those are a no-no in this house." And I said, "Clearly,
yes.
because
Yes.
we will not even be we'll just mindfully open the thing, grab 3, done.
I know.
Walk away, go do it again."
Oh, yeah. Easily.
So, yeah,
Easily. I know.
that's a good one for a future episode.
We will. We will. But yeah, I mean, I think that really that sums it up. We just wanted to talk about
Mhm.
how really that this stuff isn't necessary. Like, let's
No.
just start focusing on
Mhm.
your lifestyle. That's it.
Yeah.
Lifestyle
Before you go
changes.
detox, before you go cleanse, before you start juicing, before
Yeah.
you start adding like all these supplements that you think you might need, before you start drinking your internals to
Herbal
glow from the
teas.
inside out,
Yeah.
like
These.
don't let's I mean, if you can't hire a coach right now, there's plenty of resources, us being one of them, that have already basically given you the blueprint of where to start.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, you're cutting out
Oh.
the connection. I'm like, is she still talking? Yeah, I think so. I think we'll kind of conclude there. Obviously, if you guys have any questions, like Carmi said, we're here. You can reach out, DM us. I'm Nutrition Coaching by Dal on Instagram. Carmi.
I'm at carmhawk_gets fit.
Yeah, and if you like this episode, felt like someone else can learn from it, please share, subscribe,
And like.
and like. So until next time, we'll see you next week. Have
Bye.
a bye.